Picture yourself as a ship, sails up, cutting through uncharted waters. The world shouts at you to find a harbor, to anchor yourself to someone else before you've even learned to navigate your own course. But what if the longer you sail alone, the more you master your own compass? What if being single isn't a storm to escape, but the open sea where you find your true direction? Take a breath. Let that sink in. Society insists a man needs a partner to be whole. But what if the truth is bolder? What if the longer you're single, the more you uncover the captain you were born to be? Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone. Each strike is deliberate, each chip a step closer to revealing the figure within. That's you, right now, in your single years. The world might see solitude as a void, but it's not. It's a workshop. Every moment you spend alone is a chance to carve out your values, your passions, your vision. The longer you're single, the more you strip away the noise of expectation, the pressure to perform for someone else, and the temptation to define yourself through another's eyes. But let's be honest, it's not always easy. There's an ache in the quiet nights, a question that lingers when you see couples laughing together or friends settling down. Are you falling behind? Are you missing something essential? That doubt is real and it's human. We all feel it. Yet that same ache is a signal, a call to turn inward. Nietzsche once said, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." Your solitude isn't killing you, it's shaping you. It's teaching you to stand tall without needing someone else to lean on. Consider the psychological weight of this. When you're single, you're forced to confront yourself. There's no partner to distract you from your flaws, no relationship to hide behind. You sit with your thoughts, your fears, your dreams, and in that raw, unfiltered space, you learn who you are. You discover what you value, not what society or a partner tells you to value. You might find that you love the grind of building a career or the thrill of chasing a dream that's yours alone. You might realize you're not the man you thought you were, and that's okay. That discovery is the first step toward becoming the man you want to be. Now pause. Ask yourself, when was the last time you sat with your own thoughts, uninterrupted, and listened to what they're telling you? Not the world's voice, not your friend's advice, but your own inner compass. What did it say? Society doesn't make this easy. We live in a world that glorifies coupling up, that measures a man's worth by his relationship status. From rom-coms to family gatherings, the message is clear. Find someone, settle down, check the box. But that narrative can trap you. It can push you to seek a partner before you've sought yourself, to build a life with someone else before you've built your own foundation. And when that happens, you risk losing yourself in the process. You might mold yourself to fit someone else's expectations, only to wake up years later wondering who you've become. Look at history for a moment. Think of men like Leonardo da Vinci, who never married, who poured his life into art, invention, and discovery. Or Thoreau, who retreated to Walden Pond to live deliberately, to strip life down to its essentials. These men weren't running from love, they were running toward themselves. Their solitude wasn't a lack, it was a choice, a space to create, to think, to become. Their lives remind us that being single isn't about isolation, it's about intention. It's about using this time to build something extraordinary within you. But there's a flip side, and we need to face it. The longer you're single, the more you might wrestle with loneliness. It's not weakness to admit that, it's truth. Loneliness isn't just an emotion, it's a signal like hunger or thirst. It tells you something's missing. But here's the trap. Society says the only cure is another person. That's a lie. Loneliness doesn't always mean you need a partner. Sometimes it means you need purpose. It means you need to reconnect with what sets your soul on fire. A project, a passion, a mission. When you fill your life with meaning, loneliness doesn't vanish, but it loses its sting. So how do you do that? How do you turn solitude into strength? Start by embracing the freedom of this moment. You're not tied to anyone else's schedule, expectations, or dreams. That's not a burden. It's a gift. Use it. Maybe you've always wanted to master a skill, like playing the guitar or coding a game. Maybe there's a place you've dreamed of seeing, a mountain to climb, a book to write. Whatever it is, chase it now. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, but now. Every step you take toward your own goals builds a foundation that no one can take away. And don't stop there. Seek out men who inspire you. Not just friends who pass the time, but brothers in arms. Men who challenge you, who share your hunger for growth. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Surround yourself with men who do great things, and you'll find yourself rising to their level. These connections aren't a replacement for a partner. They're a reminder that you're not alone in your journey, even when you're single. Now pause again. Think of one thing, one goal, one passion that you've been putting off. What's stopping you from starting today? Is it fear, doubt, or is it the voice of a world that says you're not enough on your own? Let's talk about that world for a moment. Society doesn't just pressure you to couple up. It often defines manhood through external markers: marriage, kids, a house. But those things don't make you a man. They're choices, not requirements. True manhood comes from within, from knowing who you are and living by your own code. The longer you're single, the more time you have to define that code. You get to decide what honor means to you, what strength looks like, what legacy you want to leave. That's power. That's freedom. But freedom comes with responsibility. You can't just drift through your single years, chasing distractions or numbing yourself with fleeting pleasures. That's not freedom. That's a cage dressed up as fun. The philosopher Seneca warned against living a life of aimless indulgence. He said, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." Don't let your single years slip away in a haze of Netflix binges or endless swiping on apps. Use this time to build something real, something that lasts. Here's another way to think about it. Your single years are like a forge. The heat is intense, the work is hard, but it's where you shape the raw iron of your soul into a blade. Every choice you make, every book you read, every risk you take, every fear you face, hones that blade. And when the time comes to share your life with someone, you'll bring a man who's sharp, strong, and ready, not a half-formed lump of metal. So what might you do with this time? You could start by asking yourself what you stand for, not what the world tells you to stand for, but what you believe in your bones. Write it down, make it real. Maybe it's integrity, creativity, courage. Whatever it is, let it guide you. You might choose to carve out time each day to work on something that matters to you, even if it's just an hour. You might decide to face a fear, public speaking, failure, rejection, and prove to yourself that you're stronger than it. These aren't tasks. They're acts of defiance against a world that says you're not enough without someone else. And when loneliness creeps in, don't run from it. Face it. Ask it what it's trying to teach you. Maybe it's pointing you toward a passion you've ignored or a truth you've buried. Maybe it's reminding you to reach out, not for a partner, but for community, for connection, for purpose. You might find that in a gym, a church, a volunteer group, anywhere men gather to build something bigger than themselves. Pause one more time. Picture the man you want to be in 5 years. What does he value? What has he built? Now ask yourself, what's one step you can take today to become him? You're still sailing those uncharted waters, but now you see them for what they are. Not a storm to fear, but an open sea of possibility. The longer you're single, the more you become yourself. Not a shadow of someone else's expectations, but a man carved from your own choices, your own fire. This isn't about rejecting love or connection. It's about preparing for them. It's about becoming a man so rooted in his own purpose that when he chooses to share his life, he does so from strength, not need. The world will keep shouting its lies, telling you you're incomplete, urging you to rush, but you don't have to listen. You can choose to walk your own path, to use this time to build a life that's yours alone. Every step you take, every dream you chase, every fear you conquer, makes you more than a man. It makes you a force. So don't wait, don't drift. Start today. Pick up that chisel, step into the forge, and begin. The man you're meant to be is waiting, and the longer you walk this path, the closer you get to him.